everybody? Welcome back into the channel. It is the Voice of Champions here from the VOC flight deck. Today we have a little bit different video for you. I recently picked up, as you may have saw in my unboxing video for my F-15, I recently picked up a Habu 2 EDF jet. Now this jet was used, it was at a local hobby shop. The owner was not there when I got there. It was my first time ever there. I usually go to RC Country in Sacramento. You guys should check that out if you're in the Northern California area. Sometimes I hit Fast Track Hobbies in Rockland. On this day though, I needed some CS or some epoxy to fix my Evolution, my little UMX Evolution. So anyway, I went in, and in the ceiling, you know, he had a few different planes hanging, and one of them was a sort of a bare bones as far as decals and paint job and so forth, Habu 2 hanging there, but it's in pretty good shape. And so I asked if they were selling it, and they said I'd have to ask the owner, and coincidentally he walked in not long later, and I got it for a very good deal. His one stipulation was that he got to take his Spectrum receiver out of it, which is fine. I have plenty laying around. This is the plane. It is the Habu 2. It's a little dirty, but there's really not a lot of damage on this jet. It's in pretty good shape. I don't see a lot of foam damage. There's a few little spots here and there. I don't know if you guys get a good look at this, but you know, back here on the tail there's a little bit. Underneath, it's mostly just, you know, just visual. There's not anything really wrong with this jet. I got it for a very, very good deal. $80 actually, without the receiver. And I'm just gonna toss a Spectrum receiver in there and get it up in the air. But before I do that, what I want to do is have a series of videos. This is gonna be in a series because I'm not gonna be able to do this all in one video. I'm going to strip this down as far as the decals. I want all this Air Force decals off of here. You can see on the wings, and even this Habu logo here. I want to take that all off of this jet, and then I'm going to repaint this jet. But before I can paint it, obviously I need to clean it up, and it's going to take some doing. But the first thing I'm going to do is take these decals off, and I've been looking at some different ways to do this. And the way that I found that I think is going to work the best is I'm going to grab some ice cubes. And you've probably heard that you can freeze these and take them off of here. In this instance, I'm going to grab some ice cubes, and I'm going to just rub them all over this decal until I can peel it up. The idea being that when you do it that way, and I've seen it done several times, you can lift it up without damaging the foam on these planes. So that's what we're going to do first. And then in the next video, we will prime this up, get it ready for the paint job. I'll show you guys the paint scheme that I'm going to go for. It's going to be a red and a gunmetal gray. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful jet when I'm done. The nose on the paint scheme I have is already black, so that's going to be fine there. I'm going to try to do this as best I can. So there'll be, you know, we'll sand it down, we'll prime it, probably do a whole base of the gray, and then the red's going to go on top. It's going to be two-tone, and we're going to add a pilot here in the cockpit. And that's what I want to do. So what we're going to do first is we're going to remove these stickers. I'm going to grab some ice, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, welcome back in. I went to get ice to remove these decals, and the ice maker was not ready with any ice. So I went to Circle K. That's how dedicated I am to the channel and you guys, and got a cup of ice. So it's smaller ice, but shouldn't be an issue. Keep in mind, guys, I've never done this before, so this will be my maiden attempt at this. I figure, you know, we'll try it together, and then if you guys need to do this too, then you can see what it was like for a first try. So here we go. We're going to try to remove these decals now using a piece of ice. Let's rub it on. Continue to rub it, and it should lift up. It's dirty, so it's coming up. Keep in mind, guys, you want to go kind of slow. You don't want to just rip this up and do damage to the foam. The idea here is to keep the foam nice and solid so that when you paint it, it looks good. There it is, guys. Came right off. You can actually save these and use them later, from what I'm told. I won't be doing that. I'm done with these, so they're going to be thrown away. It did get a little wet right here, but it came right up. I don't know how well you guys can see this, but you can see how dirty this thing was. I told you it was hanging from the ceiling, covered in dust. This is super clean right here. Mild residue left behind from the sticker. We'll use some isopropyl alcohol on that, and that should lift that right up as well without damaging the foam. We're going to go ahead and use the ice and remove the rest of these decals and speed through this as best we can. All right, guys, as you can see, we are decal free. As far as the decals go, you can see how dusty this thing was. It's going to need a lot of work getting this clean before I can actually primer it and paint it. Now, the bottom, obviously, when he put this together, you know, he taped over all the wiring for the servos and so forth. So that's going to have to come off next. I didn't do that in this video. I'll probably do that off camera, because the next step that we want to go for is cleaning this up and primering it, getting it ready for the paint. So a couple of things that I noticed, guys, when I was doing it. One, I probably would have used a pair of tweezers to get the corners up on the decals rather than my fingernails. The reason being, when I took off the Habu logo right here underneath the cockpit, my fingernail actually gouged the foam just a little bit. Now, I can use foam filler to clean that up. It's very small, so it's not a big deal, but I would use tweezers for that. The other thing is, you notice I didn't lay a towel down at first. I grossly underestimated the amount of water that was going to drip off that ice cube. So you'll see halfway through the video there, I added a towel to the equation. So that's it, guys. That's step one. We've removed the decals. Next step, in video number 2, we will clean this thing up, get it nice and primered, put in foam filler wherever we need to, and then we will go ahead and sand that down and get it ready for primer. So the paint scheme on this is going to be good. One thing I'm anticipating, guys, for this is I'm probably going to have to fully replace this plastic that's painted on there pretty good. I don't know, might be able to just go over the top of it, but we'll see. The other thing he did was he put red tape, I don't know why, on the wings there. Maybe that's what he wanted for his color scheme. But all that'll be removed, guys. Video number 2, stick around. Thanks for stopping by the flight deck. I am the voice of champions, Jim Cooley. Appreciate you guys coming on this ride with me with this new jet that I picked up. Well, old jet, not new to me. And I'll be adding more content to the channel, guys. Subscribe, leave a like if you can. And I'll shoot a shout out in the description below to the guys that I actually saw the ice cube thing from and a few other things. So that's it, guys. Step 1 in upgrading and repainting this Habu before we put it in the air.